Good morning, neighbors. I'm Julius Clark, your local Indianapolis realtor. And in this portion of the Pulse, we're going to go over usually 5, but today 7 properties that I identified. We missed yesterday's stream, so I had to make up for it a little bit. But the properties that we've got here today, go ahead and share the screen. The properties that we will be looking at today are the following. We're looking at 3440 North Emerson Ave, 538 North Lute Ave, 1446 North Gladstone Ave, 3525 North Capitol Ave, 307 National Ave, 1321 Union Street, and 17 North Arlington Ave. We've got 2 duplexes and 4 single-family properties, all the different strategies in them. Let's go ahead and check these bad boys out. So we're going to start off today with the Emerson Ave property. I don't remember what the style of the property was that we were going into. Let's go ahead and look at the listing. I believe finishing out the basement was the goal here. This property is a 832 square feet, built in 1952 for $99,000, $99,900 to be exact. Go and check out the pictures. It's a little bungalow house. It's brick. But the inside's honestly really clean. It's got some older carpet in here, and you can tell that under the carpet is some really solid hardwoods. So I'd probably just rip out the carpet and finish out the hardwoods a little bit better. But it's a pretty cute house. The pictures here are a little blurry, but that's fine. I think this has a lot of potential in it. This one doesn't have a basement. What was I thinking about this one? Let's go ahead and check out the comps nearby. Okay, it must have been for a rental. I'm actually going to change up my opinion on this house. This house, if you got it rented out, could probably cash flow. I don't think it's going to be the best cash flow in the world. These houses are similar to us. Well, this house is. So you could probably rent it out for $1,100. Looking inside of this house, though, it's got a different finish out. I don't like the kitchen as much, to be honest. I think we've got a pretty good house. You could probably rent it out for this, but you do need to do a little bit of work, and your CapEx is probably going to make this house not cash flow. So apologize for showing this one to you. I don't think it's going to be the best property to look at. Alrighty, we got a duplex at 1446 North Gladstone. It's 2 units. I believe each unit is a 1-1 on 0.13 acres, built in 1946 for $118,000. Another $500. It's only got 1 photo on here, but I did a little bit of due diligence and saw that it does have a basement in it. It wasn't even on the listing. I had to go to the property report to find it. The basement here is the same square footage as upstairs. So what I would do to this house, if it works out, obviously it doesn't have a lot of pictures, so you can't tell. But adding another bedroom in here, making this a 2-bed, would be awesome. And I will show you why. Looking at this Gladstone property, if we had a 2-bedroom house, rent more so for the 1,000, maybe even 1,100 type space here, we actually look a lot like this house right here. Obviously, having a bedroom in the basement is different than having one on the main level, so maybe 1,000's a good bet for it. But this house is only $1,800. So as long as you're not putting in $80,000 of work, which honestly I think you're putting more so like 40 or 50, this is going to be a great cash flowing property. That's all I've got on this one, really. I'm just going to go ahead and move on. Next up is 3525 North Capitol. So we are just south of 38th Street. This pocket here does pretty well. Crown Hill. Not the best neighborhood in the world. Go and look at the property. 3525 North Capitol Ave. We got a 3-1, 2,300 square feet, built in 1910 for $125,000. Check out the photos on this house. The exterior is nothing like too glitzy or anything, but the concrete work looks pretty nice on here. I like that. We've got the wallpaper in here, but with really nice old wood trim. You can see they've got the headers running through here as well. We actually looked at this one on yesterday's stream, but didn't look in our last segment, but it's still here. Bathroom looks like it could use a little updating. That shouldn't be a bedroom, but somebody was using it as one. Again, really solid house. It doesn't look like it needs much work. Upstairs, you're going to have to fix the ceilings here, put some better flooring in. It's got a weird bathroom here, but hey, another half bath. Got an HVAC system upstairs, which is odd. I'd probably try to frame this off rather than just having it in that room there. It's kind of weird. Those don't look like 7-foot ceilings to me. Maybe the 2300 isn't the most accurate, but it's going to be close at least. Looks like a pretty solid deal. Let's go ahead and look at the comps. Like I was saying, this house is being sold for $125. I don't think it needs a whole bunch of work, and we are a 3-1. Look at this 3-2 right here, $300,000. Look at this 3-3 right here, $309,000. So can we add a bathroom? Can we add 2 bathrooms? That's a 4-2. Let's maybe not use it as a comp. Here's a 3-2. I wonder what the difference is between this one and this one, because those look really similar to me. Let's look at the finishes real quick. This one's got pretty good finishes. It's got the open concept, also has headers in here. You'd be needing to take some walls down in our house to make it like that. This house right here has a pretty solid finish as well. Doesn't have as open of a concept, but they did put that really cool fireplace in there, and I love the additions that they did make to the property. So we're going to be somewhere between 260 and 300. I think 275, depending on your finish, obviously, but that gives you $150,000 in margin. So if you can get the job done for 80 to 90K, you're going to still walk out with a pretty hefty property or profit on this one. So go ahead and check it out. We've got 307 National Ave. It is a 3-1, 1,152 square feet, built in 1925 for $135,000. Let's check it out. Exterior looks pretty clean. We are missing some paint on the trim of the windows. The garage definitely needs some help, but that's not too bad. Hardwoods in here look like they're in pretty great shape. Probably going to go ahead and just redo the bathroom. Not a huge expense to do so. You want to refinish these floors. These are quality floors. You could put LVP over them if that's the easy option for you. I am interested in this header, though. It doesn't look like it was a real header. It looks like it was installed for aesthetic, but I'd want to double check that, obviously. You can do some work in your kitchen here. There's a lot of open space in here that hasn't been used, so bring your creativity to the table. What I loved about this house is look at this massive basement with all this potential. Like, this wall is wet. We're going to need to do some foundation work, but this also looks like it could be coming from the water heater here, which could be a simple fix. Always interested in property that look like they have this type of potential. Looking nearby at the comps, we need to find another 3-1. Look, here's a 3-2, just slightly bigger. So if we finish the basement with another bedroom and bath, we're looking just like that house. This house doesn't look like us at all. That house looks like it needed some help too. That's a smaller house. It's a smaller house. Doesn't look like a comp. Unfortunately, like, the comps aren't amazing over here. You got to be honest about that. But you can tell and you can see that the activity in this area is pretty strong. I think you can come in here for 30, 40K and finish this thing out the way you want. Even if it's 50K, if you're making this a 4-bedroom, I think you're going to be in between these two houses. You might even be above this house. Let's be honest. Let's look at this one. This does look pretty similar to us. It looks like it might be on a little bit more land. The finish is interesting. Kind of same quality kitchen. We need to do work to ours, obviously. It's got a weird laundry room. Just got LVP throughout. It's got awkward ceilings. I think we could be worth more than this house pretty easily, but it's just always hard to say that. I would probably list it at like 245 and hope we get a multiple offer situation. I think it would sell closer to 260, to be honest. Anyway, that's that house. Let's move on. We got 3 more to look at. Next up is 1321 Union Street. This is a 411, 2312 square feet, built in 1923 for $160,000. This is a single family house. It's pretty large. I think the 4 bedrooms are probably justified. Let's go ahead and check out the photos here. You need to work on the exterior. I'd probably be taking this paneling out. Obviously, you need to fix up the ceiling there. Got an archway here. It's got old carpet, more paneling you're going to need to take out. It's got vents in it, so it's got central air. There's some exposed brick on the ground here, which I thought was super interesting. I've never seen that like on the kitchen floor. If that's all throughout the kitchen here, heck yeah, rip out the floors and do an exposed brick floor. That'd be sick. Looks like there could be more exposed brick here if this is real and not drywall. But that'd be really cool to have in the bathroom as well. You do have a kitchenette upstairs. It's not zoned a duplex or anything, so I wouldn't use it as that. I'd probably be tearing that out, to be honest, and making another room or a loft area. Yeah, it needs some work, but not that much. So let's look at the comps. We have a lot of square feet and we're a 4-bedroom. This one just came on the market. We can't look at it. We got this 3-bedroom, smaller than us, 325. This 2-bedroom, smaller than us, 4-bed for 305. This is a new build though. That is a new build. We can't use that one. So honestly, looks like houses north of Iowa Street are selling for more. But I think this house is definitely worth above 305. The rehab on it, not 100% sure what we're looking at, but if you're under 100K on the rehab, you're making 40K on this flip. Obviously, that's not taking into account closing costs and other realtor fees, but I think if you're looking at, what was that? I said 140K margin. Sounds pretty good to me. All right. Let's look at the next one. So a lot of these we have been looking at have kind of been flips. I haven't looked at the rents on a lot of these, but I'm sure in certain areas that we could definitely burr out a lot of these properties. This is a duplex for $250. And as you can see, there's no comps nearby. I don't think this is the same size. 3-1. I think we're 3-2s. Anyway, this is 17 North Arlington Ave. It's a duplex on 0.14 acres, built in 1919 for $250,000. One side's a 3-2 and one side's a 3-1. Leases are still out there for a while, but we got some really good potential here. One of these is a good comp. This is a good comp for us. This is the only one that has like the same style, and both of these are 3-2s. We're looking at the rents of this property. We got 3-2s, remember? 3-2 and a 3-1. Right next door is this one. This looks like it's probably a 3-2 as well. It's 1,300. We have a 1-bedroom for 1,000, so we're definitely above that. We're above 1,100. We're maybe above 1,200. I think 1,300 is safe for rent. So you've got 2,600 in rent. You're buying it for $250. It's cash flowing. Cash flow. Let's look at the pictures. What do we need in this? I think it does need central air, if I'm correct. But we've got pretty good floors in here. Just refinish them. The spot that I saw in here, there was some LVP torn up in the kitchen. Just redo the floors in the kitchen. I like the stairs. I think the countertops are okay. The cabinets, maybe paint them. I don't think you need full new cabinets. Get a bigger fridge in there, so that makes more sense. You patch up these walls, but really not much work needs to be done to this house. Maybe 10K. Let's call it 15K, just in case both sides are like 7,500. The big difference between this and the comp that I did say, I didn't notice this siding on here before. I didn't. But the big difference is the garage. There's no garage on that property. This one does have a garage, but the properties are really similar. So I think you're grabbing pretty good rents in here. I think this thing is probably going to cash flow if you got a good crew that can come in here. And I think you have a good burr route as well. I think you could refinance that. And I think it's not yet worth that. That one's got some nicer features in it. But before your exit and before you refi, you could definitely make this house worth that house that's worth $325. Now, this next one is most certainly a duplex. All right, so this one is more expensive. Let's look where we're at. We're in Community Heights, pretty good area. We are probably the most expensive duplex in this area, but as long as it's cash flowing, right? So let's look at this house. We got 1410 North Hawthorne. It's a duplex, a truly rare opportunity. Own a luxury Tudor brick duplex in Irvington. It's 2 units. One's a 3-bedroom, one's a 1-bedroom on 0.3 acres, built in 1953 for $289,000. Why do I like this house? Look at the pictures. Couldn't tell from looking at this. It looks like it could be split half and half, but it's not. I think this is the 3-bedroom unit on the left. You'd see also it needs a little help. Like, it's got hardwoods under it, so it's probably fine. They did cover them up, so you don't know until you get in there. I'd redo some of this red tiling that's over here. Maybe repainting the cabinets, but you can also just keep them. Tiling in the bathroom is weird. Looks like the crawl spaces in the bedroom, which is unfortunate. Awkward carpet in here. Huge basement, though. My guess is that, no, I'm wrong. You'll see later in the pictures. This basement is split. There's plumbing down in the basement. You could add another suite down here pretty easily. This is the other side, I believe. Kind of grandma's house. It's a 1-1, I think. But this is the basement on the other side. There's a full kitchen down there. Looks like the basement on the other side is really finished out, to be honest. But it has a pool, which is going to be really big into what I'm saying you should use the house for. Let's see, is this on the 1-1 side? It looks to be. Okay, that's good. So what I would use this house for, I'll show you the rents first. For a 3-bedroom, you can bring in 1,400, maybe 12. I think this house is in worse condition. I think if you finish it up, you're somewhere, let's say 1,300 to be safe. You still need 150 or 1,500 to make up the gap for 1%. Really, let's say, it's 190. Let's say the purchase price is 205 because again, have to do some work to the property. So you need $1,700 in rent to make that up in the 1-1. Make it an Airbnb. You got a pool right there. That's pretty rare in Indianapolis. That's going to be a killer on Airbnb. I don't have AirDNA, so I can't look that up right now. I usually ask somebody else to do that for me. But I think that this would be a killer Airbnb. You put a long-term tenant on the other side, or you house hack it. This would be a great opportunity for that. Anyway, that's all I had for today. Thank you guys so much for coming today. This has been The Pulse. If you want more, there's always more. I go live every single day where I pick out these properties. I do that by going through all of the new listings. Today I missed yesterday's episode, so we had a bunch more listings to go through. I think it was 286 to click through. It was crazy. But we picked out 7 today. It's usually 5, but wanted to make up for missing some yesterday. And we found some pretty great stuff. If you want more of my content other than this, go ahead and find me over on Instagram at juliuspclark.re. That's Julius, the letter P, Clark without an E at the end, .re. That's my Instagram. Also, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe on this video, especially if you liked this one and want to see more like it. I always love the feedback from people as well. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, and we'll make adjustments accordingly. If you'd like to meet with me or talk about any other real estate needs that you have, I do also run a property management company. There will be a link to my Calendly down there. We can set up a call, quick 30-minute call, get introduced, and see how we might be able to work together. And that's whether you just got questions about real estate, maybe you're an aspiring realtor or aspiring investor, or maybe you've already got your foothold in the market, but you want to make more connections. I'd love to introduce you to my sphere and see how we might be able to help out. Thank you so much for joining this video. It's been a great time having you, and good luck closing. Have a great one.